Guys, I've had a lot of putting lessons over the years, most notably with Frank Thomas, the inventor of the graphite shaft. He was a putting guru and focused just on putting in Orlando for years. Sadly, he's passed away by now, but he was a big icon in the USGA, and I've kind of copied a lot of knowledge in terms of how I coach putting and how I inform people what to pay attention to. But I've come across something lately that's just mind-blowing, how it helps myself and my clients up in Canada. Amongst any putting philosophy, it doesn't matter who you're following on Instagram or YouTube, but I would say there's one constant thing that all putting instructors do not want you to do. It's lower body instability in terms of rotation. The lower body needs to be cemented into the ground, and we need stability, so our finer motor skills through the hands and the arms and the shoulders directing the putter throughout space is much easier to do. It's very difficult to putt on a surfboard. You know what I mean? Whenever I've given people the advice, do not move your pelvis, keep your pelvis steady as you're putting, I always found that was very difficult for people to do. So on anything that I've been coaching, most people pull it off 80-90% of the time. I didn't have to explain much. When it comes to pelvis stability and putting, boy oh boy is it difficult for a lot of people, including myself. So I had to come up with a different solution. And I've noticed, if you activate the frontal plane, what is the frontal plane? The frontal plane is if I stand on this stick here, the front plane right now is dissecting the middle of my body on this plane. If you activate the frontal plane in terms of pressure into the ground, it's very difficult for the body to rotate. So in the beginning, I want you to stand on these alignment rods, go into your putting posture, and the feet, the shoes will be exactly, through the arches, like the sticks will be underneath the arches, and I want you to actually do a little bit of a weight transfer and make sure you're not rotating as you do that. Right? So just a little bit of weight transfer like this. I'm going to show you from the face-on view. This way, right? And I want you to feel the pressure that's changing in your shoes, in your feet. Once you have a good understanding of activating that frontal plane, don't be afraid to overdo it in training as you get your feels. Then you can hit a couple putts like this if you like. Right? This is just training. Please bear with me. This is definitely unorthodox, but I want you to bear with me and hit a couple putts like that. Alright, straight back. So it almost feels like a little bit straighter back, straighter through. We all know the putt needs to be moving on a path, on an arc. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying a little bit more rotational stability by getting more frontal plane activation. Perfect. So once we have this, then of course I want you to look good and go into a proper setup. And stop moving anymore. I want you to stay still. I want you to just feel that frontal plane activation a little bit, just a little bit. And you're going to see the pelvis will be so much more steady. Whether you lap putter it, zero torque, and claw it, or have like more of an old school grip and a blade, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I want you to have some frontal plane activation, and I know that you're going to enjoy the stability of the putter. Here's my drill again. A little bit more prominent weight transfer, not rotationally. Putter stays fairly quiet, it's just more my body that's moving. And then we refrain from moving and try to incorporate that feel a little bit to a proper putting stroke. That one I pulled a little bit. Did you guys see my hip move? Let's do it again. Drill, straight back, straight through. Feel the pressure changing. And once again, without movement. Is this breaking? It might be breaking. Let's do it 2 more times. I'm going to go a little bit more out. This is now almost like a 9-10 footer, 50% chance on the PGA Tour. Drill first, we're going to go right edge now. Prominent weight transfer. It's breaking more than right edge. In outside, no weight transfer. Perfect putt. That was pure. So you're going to see so much more energy transfer as you keep your hips more steady this way. Right? Energize that frontal plane. No more rotation. And then, yeah, my hips are dead steady. I can see my shadow. Good luck with that. It's my favorite putting advice.